we struggled in the second quarter to score, but we kept fighting. This team of seniors has been through a lot this year, whether it be injuries and changes, and kind of having to see things from a different perspective throughout the year when they weren't prepared. I commend them. I respect them for continuing to fight and continuing to play hard.
Chuck, do we have questions in the back?
We do. We can start with Shamaria Wiseman, please. Shamaria, just unmute and go ahead with your question, please.
Coach Alex Simmons, I know today wasn't the best offensive game for the Memphis basketball team. Struggled from behind the arc and couldn't really get much going in the interior. What were some other things that you saw this game that the Tigers just kind of somewhat did not do well to pull out with the win?
We started the game missing layups, and when you look at missing threes and missing layups, usually the chippies are the ones that kind of get you going and get your momentum going. We started I believe in the first half we had 11 turnovers. You definitely can't start a half and finish the game with 20 turnovers. I felt like their press, we knew it was coming, but it still rattled us. And then obviously we just didn't shoot the ball well. We still got we only had 3 less field goal attempts than East Carolina. So when you look at that, it just wasn't our night on the offensive end.
Elauna, Eaton, you led the way in points this game. What were some things that you were doing in the huddle to try to get the other girls going offensively? I know Tilly Bowler kind of struggled tonight. So what were some more of the encouragement you were trying to give the team for scoring?
The most important thing is in the huddles for us was not offense. It was emphasizing the defense, and that was credit to Coach Simmons. As far as offense, we would always just tell each other to just keep shooting because the ball can't go in the net if it doesn't go up. So, it was a rough night. But our focus was not on offense, although it doesn't seem like we got many stops.
Okay, we'll take the next one from Nick New, please.
Hey, Coach Simmons. This was another game that, like you alluded to, Memphis turned the ball over a lot. Is that going to be a focus coming into next season? And if so, how do you plan to attack that issue?
I think we have to become better basketball IQ players, being able to read defenses, seeing where traps are coming from. Our rotations and ball movement, I think that's going to be huge for just our team in general. Tan Welsh, hopefully Elauna, Eaton, just being able to be high basketball IQ players.
And then I'm looking at the season as a whole. Obviously, the team struggled a lot with injuries. Is the plan to still schedule aggressively in the non-conference next season because of, really, in my opinion, the only reason the team really struggled in the non-conference was because of all those injuries. So is that still the plan, or are you going to change that at all?
My philosophy on scheduling is pretty solid. I think you have to schedule, and you have to schedule competition. I think that's something that, I've seen Coach Hardaway talk about on the men's side, and, I would echo his sentiments that we have to schedule to become a multi-bid team league. I think our players, when you look at our non-conference, whether it be Tennessee, Louisville, anybody that we played, I think it was a ball game, and I think if we had, a couple more bodies, a couple more players in different situations, some of those results would change. So I'm pretty hard-headed when it comes to, scheduling and competing. So as of today, right now, I don't plan on changing that.
All right. Any final questions from the Zoom? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, ladies.